All right, let's break this down and see what's really at stake when the federal government starts laying off workers. First off, layoffs mean more folks without a paycheck. That directly bumps up the unemployment rate. But it's not just about numbers, it's about people tightening their belts. When thousands lose stable government jobs, they cut back on spending. Think of it like a row of dominoes. One falls and the rest tumble after. Reduced consumer spending means businesses, big and small, see lower revenues. This can lead to more layoffs in the private sector, creating a vicious cycle. Economists talk about something called the multiplier effect. Basically, every dollar the government spends, like paying federal employees, ends up being worth more because it circulates through the economy. So when the government spends less on salaries, there's a multiplied negative impact. Less money changes hands, slowing down economic growth. It's like taking fuel out of an engine. You can't expect the car to go as far. Then there's the hit to government services. Fewer workers mean longer wait times at agencies, slower processing of permits, reduced support for programs. You name it. Imagine trying to run a restaurant with half the staff during peak hours. Chaos, right? This inefficiency can frustrate businesses and citizens alike, possibly dampening economic activity even further. Confidence plays a huge role in the economy. Government jobs are often seen as stable and secure. When that security is shaken, people might lose faith in the economy's resilience. This can lead to reduced investment and spending, as both consumers and businesses adopt a wait-and-see approach. It's like when you hear rumors about your favorite store closing, you might hesitate to buy that gift card. Certain regions could feel the pain more than others. Cities with a high concentration of federal workers like Washington, D.C., Virginia, and Maryland might experience sharper economic downturns. Local businesses that rely on federal employees as customers could suffer. Don't forget about the private companies that contract with the government. Layoffs could signal budget cuts, leading to reduced contracts for everything from defense to tech services. This doesn't just impact federal workers, but also the private sector employees whose jobs depend on government projects. Looking further ahead, cuts to federal employment can mean less innovation and research if agencies like NASA or the National Institutes of Health scale back. These institutions drive advancements that fuel economic growth. It's like planting fewer seeds and expecting the same harvest. You'll come up short. Sure, reducing the federal workforce might lower government spending in the short term, but there's a catch. Unemployed workers pay less in taxes and might need unemployment benefits or other assistance, which can offset those savings. Plus, if the economy slows down, overall tax revenues could decline. It's like saving money by not maintaining your car. Eventually, you pay more when it breaks down. We've seen echoes of this before. During the 2013 federal government shutdown, even though it was temporary, the economy took a hit. The Standard & Poor's ratings agency estimated it cost the U.S. economy $24 billion. That's a hefty price for a short-term event, and layoffs could have a more prolonged effect. Layoffs can also lead to civil unrest and decreased morale among remaining workers. Public trust in government could erode further, leading to broader social implications. Politically, it might shift voter sentiments and impact future elections, influencing policy decisions that stretch far beyond employment numbers. There's also the issue of widening the income gap. Federal jobs often provide decent wages and benefits. Eliminating these positions could push more people into lower-paying jobs, or unemployment, exacerbating income inequality. It's like cutting off the lower rungs of a ladder and expecting everyone to reach the top. Some argue that a leaner federal workforce could lead to increased efficiency and force the government to prioritize essential functions. The resources saved might be redirected to reduce the national debt or fund other initiatives. But this hinges on effective reallocation, which is easier said than done. In essence, laying off federal workers isn't just a cost-cutting measure. It's a move that can have deep and far-reaching effects on the entire economy. From immediate job losses and reduced consumer spending to long-term impacts on innovation and social stability, the consequences are multifaceted. Curious to explore more? Have you considered how such layoffs might impact specific sectors like education or healthcare? For example, cuts in federal education grants could affect schools nationwide, or perhaps the influence on international relations if diplomatic staff are reduced? It's a complex issue with no one-size-fits-all answer. What aspects do you find most compelling or concerning? I'd love to hear your thoughts or dive deeper into any area you're curious about. Please comment below. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos of interest.